welcome to this yoga class. This class is mostly done sitting in a chair. You want to make sure here that your chair is comfortable for you, best that it doesn't have arms, feet flat on the floor. So you might need something underneath your feet to have them be able to touch the floor fully. And it's also useful if you have a small pillow or a towel or a yoga block. And if you don't have those items, that's okay. You can absolutely make do without them without a problem. So you're going to sit yourself comfortably in your chair with your feet on the ground, and then close your eyes. You let your awareness shift inward and notice. Notice where you're resting against the chair. So your back is resting against the chair, the bottom of your pelvis, the back of your thighs, and then the bottoms of the feet are resting on the floor. And we're just letting our weight settle downward gently into that support of the chair and the ground. There's a letting go of effort and tension from the body. Okay, feel all the way down to your feet. You can move your toes if you like. You can wiggle your feet a little bit if you like. Then you just want to feel them on the floor. And on the bottom of each foot, see if you can find the base of your big toe, the base of your little toe, and the center of your heel. So those 3 points on the bottom of each foot form a triangle of support in a sense. You might notice the arches of your feet as well, the spaces where your feet don't touch the ground. There's this awareness of our feet on the ground. Okay, and then you can let your awareness shift back into your body. So your whole body resting into that chair, into that support. And feel your breath. Your breath here might be quite quiet. It doesn't have to be big and deep, just easy. And you're just noticing the tissues that move in the body as we breathe. So we have an awareness here of our breath, our body, and as we move through the class, we're just doing our best to stay aware of our body so that we are moving in a way that feels appropriate for us. Okay, appropriate for where we are at today. So it should all feel good. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And then you're going to slide yourself a little bit forward on your seat so that your back isn't resting on the backrest of the chair anymore. Okay, let your awareness come down into the bowl of your pelvis. So you feel your sitting bones down there on the seat of your chair. And from here, we're going to rock the pelvis. So you're going to tip the pelvis forward. So you roll towards the front edge of the pelvis. And then you're going to tuck your tail under. So you're rolling towards the back edge of the pelvis. Okay, so you're just rolling forward, pelvis forward, and then pelvis tucking under. So stay facing the direction you're facing. I'm going to turn in my chair just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're letting the pelvis tuck and then tip forward. So it's not the whole back isn't involved. It's more just that we're focusing on this gentle tipping forward of the pelvis and tucking under. So you'll feel different points on the bottom of the pelvis in contact with your chair seat, depending on whether you're tucked under or tipping forward. Okay, we're moving the pelvis on the thigh bones in a sense. Okay, so we're just working at the hips a little to get that part of our body moving a bit, and also through the low back. Okay, and you're just gentle. You're just in a range that feels gentle for you. So you don't have to, it doesn't have to be very big. Okay, and then work yourself back to neutral. So your pelvis is neutral. All right, so next we're going to twist. So this is where if you have the block or the pillow or the towel, if you just want to tuck it in between your thigh bones, it might be helpful. So not so much knees, more thighs. Okay? And if you don't have it, it's fine. Let your hands come up to your heart, to your chest, and you're just gently going to begin to twist in each direction. So you can start whichever way you like, just gently turning to the right and then to the left. So easy shoulders. Feel that your pelvis, your legs, your feet are relatively still and stable. So they're forming the foundation of your posture, of your movement here. And we're just turning gently in each direction. The movement sort of initiates at the waist with the obliques, moves up the spine. Okay, the next time you're turning left, stay left. You might turn your head a little further to the left. Okay, unwind your turn and turn to the right. Easy shoulders, stable base, your breath just easy. Maybe your head turns a little more to the right. Unwind your turn. You can leave the block there or you can take it out, up to you. You're going to let the arms lift. So let them come forward and up in front. They may not get all the way up. That's fine if they just come part way. Just let the arms lift high as you comfortably can and then let them come back down. Okay, let them come beside you. Lift to the side and up to the ceiling. And then tipping to the right. You could drop your right hand down. You don't have to have the left arm this high if you'd rather bring the hand to the shoulder or bend the elbow. So listen to your body. Okay, come back up, drop the arms down, and then let both arms lift, and then tip to the left. Remember all your choices. Listen to your body. Okay, come back to vertical, dropping the arms. Okay, roll the shoulders out. Your shoulder blades are moving on your back, finding an easy range. Let the arms go. Now lift the arms just so they're free of the sides of your body and they're free of the chair. And then we're going to roll the arm bones in the shoulder sockets. So think about this upper part of your arm and as it meets the shoulder joint, right? And we're trying to move from that shoulder joint. So you can turn and you can look, you can check out to make sure that your arms can move in this way. This one arm might be happier than the other doing this movement. You don't have to push. If there's any pain, you don't have to increase the pain that you sort of came here with. And if there's no pain, you don't want to move into pain. So just stay in the range that feels good and feels right and feels gentle. You're just looking for movement here. Let the arms relax. Okay, pick the right arm up and give it a hug across your body. So your left hand's going to come up above the elbow. And you're just going to hug that right arm over. So easy shoulders. You can check into your seat, resting in the chair. You can check into your feet on the floor. See if you can bend that right elbow so your fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. Now let the right hand come to rest on the left shoulder. How's your breath? Just slow and easy. You're gonna let this go. Roll out the right shoulder. So just let the arm hang beside you. Roll out that right side. Let the arm hang. Let it lift, just so it's free of the side of your body again. Roll the arm bone, the upper arm bone, so the palm faces forward, and move the upper arm bone backward. And then you're going to roll the upper arm bone over so the palm faces backward. Now here, you might comfortably tuck this right arm to the back of your chair or to your back. If that's not comfortable or accessible to you, you can let the arm hang beside you, or you can let it rest on your right leg. So choosing a spot for that right arm and then letting the head tip to the left. There's the space between the right ear and the right shoulder, up the right side of the neck. You can soften your jaw, relax your eyes. If you like, turn your head to the left, so you're tucking it towards the left shoulder. So the chin is dropping towards that left shoulder. Unwind the head. So the ear is back to the shoulder, and then the head is back to neutral. Let the right arm go. Take your left arm and give it a hug across your body. So you're holding that left arm above the elbow, dropping the shoulders. So what's happening on the back of the body here is that the shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, has slid away from your spine. Okay, let the left elbow bend so the fingers point up towards the ceiling. Let the left hand rest on the right shoulder. Let the arms both go, and then left arm's hanging beside you. Roll out that left shoulder. Just gently rolling it backwards. So there is an up movement, a back movement, a down movement. Let the left arm relax. It's going to lift free of the side of your body and free of the side of the chair. Roll the arm open so the palm faces forward. Press the left arm bone back. So that left upper arm moves backwards. And then we're rolling the arm over so the palm faces backwards. And then we're bending the elbow. And maybe the arm tucks to the seat of the chair or to our back. Or maybe the arm hangs beside you, or maybe it rests in your lap. Tipping the head to the right. Soften both shoulders, your jaw, your eyes. Feel your weight resting into your seat, your feet on the floor, your breath. If you like, you're turning your head towards the right shoulder. Unwind the head, bring it back up. Let the left arm go. And just give both shoulders a moment there. So a roll, if you like, just to let them feel evened out. Rest the arms in the lap. Turn the head to the left. and then gently to the right. So you can go back and forth here. Just take your time. Nice and slow. No rush, just that easy movement. Back to the middle. All right, from here, if you still got that block, you can get rid of it. We're gonna slide a little bit forward in our seat. So we have some room because we're gonna tip over. So you can just let your pelvis come forward and your arms can come on down to your thighs. So you're tipping over here. So stay facing forward. I'm just gonna turn so you can see. Okay, so what we've done is we've rolled the pelvis forward. Okay, so for some people, this is a good place to stay, right? Just to tip over, let the back feel long. Your back here may not have a lot of rounding in it, which might be appropriate for you. If you know that it's safe for your back and it feels comfortable and you want to let your back round and you can fold further over, you can do that. Okay, you might bring the hands up to support the head. You could do that in either position, whether your arms are on your legs or below your legs. And just feeling, maybe breathing into the back body for a moment. Okay, and then shift yourself back to vertical. So come on back up. Okay, feet on the ground in front, hands at the hips or at the thighs or beside you if you like. We're going to lift the legs, so one at a time. So lift the left leg first. So left leg lifts up, and then that foot steps back to the floor, and then the right leg lifts and lowers down. So just alternate from side to side, taking it slow. And you want to see if you can get sort of some of that thigh up off of the seat of your chair. Okay? Even if it's just a little bit of even if it's just a little lift, see if you can let that thigh come up a little bit. You might notice a difference in the feeling of strength in the right side compared to the left. You might feel stronger. One might have a larger range. And we're just noticing these things with curiosity, not judgment, not criticism, just noticing. Non-judgmental, not critical, just curious. All right, let both feet come back to the floor. We're going to pick the right foot up next. You're going to circle out the right ankle. You can turn some circles with that right ankle. Is it smooth? Is it rough? Does it feel coordinated? Okay, go the other direction. Can you coordinate that movement? Let that foot come back to neutral, so relax that. And then we're going to drop the heel down to the floor. So again, you might need to slip a little further forward on your seat. So you've got the left knee bent and you've got the right foot down on the ground. Okay, and then we're going to tip over. So right leg is a little longer. You still might have the knee bent, that's fine. Move the top of the foot towards you. Okay, shift yourself back up. All right, from here, this right foot, we're going to bring the top of the right foot to the floor. So that's this part of the foot. So you could do that by tucking the foot underneath your seat, or you could slide a little bit over to the right and tuck it beside your seat. So what we're asking for here from the body is a little bit of length from the top of the foot, the front of the ankle, And you may even feel that up into the shin, the front of the lower leg. And the further back you move the foot, sort of the more stretch you might feel. Okay, let this right foot come back to the floor. So you get both feet back on the ground. You're back evenly in your chair. So let me come back to the beginning of that cycle. So we're going to alternate the leg lifts. So lift one leg up, then put it down, and then the other leg. So nice and slow. Feel that the upper part of you is relatively quiet, right? So the pelvis isn't really doing much. It's the legs that are lifting up. So a lift and then a lower. A de-weighting perhaps, and then a lowering down. Keep breathing, just nice and easy with the breath. Okay, both feet are going to make their way back to the floor, and then we're going to come into the left leg. So you can lift the left foot up and you can circle out the left ankle. Let your circle go the other direction. And then relax the ankle and drop the heel. So you may need to slide a little forward. So your right foot's still on the floor. Left leg is relatively longer. And then you're going to tip forward. So you're moving at the ankle. So the top of the left foot is coming towards your left shin. Lift yourself back up. And then we're coming to the stretch for the top of the foot. So we need to tuck the top of the toes to the floor, maybe under our chair, or maybe beside us. Working at a comfortable level here. So you don't have to be at 100% of anything. Right? If you get into that shape, feels a little different, feels a little good, then that's a good place to be. Okay, let the left foot come back to the floor. So both feet are back on the ground. We're going to come back to our twist again. So if you'd like that little pillow or block to tuck back in between the thighs, you can bring it there. And again, it's fine if you don't have that. Sitting up tall in the chair, easy shoulders, easy arms. Okay, go all the way down, feel the feet on the floor. Base of the big toe, base of the little toe, center of the heel. Gently turning to the right. Maybe this time bring your left hand over to your right leg. Your right hand, you get to choose. Does it drop down to hold the bottom of the seat? Does it come to the right hip? Does it want to lift and move back? Your feet, your legs, your pelvis, they're all still neutral. We've turned at the waist towards the right. Let the head turn gently to the right. And then let the head turn gently to the left. Doesn't have to go all the way. Unwind your head. I can drop the arms and then unwind your body. So you're facing back forward. Then we're going to turn to the left. So rotate to the left. So right hand can come over to the left leg. Left hand maybe hangs beside you or tucks under your chair or maybe to your hip. Or maybe it lifts away from the side of your body. Maybe the arm moves back. And we only sort of add the arms after we've turned the spine. So otherwise it becomes about the arms instead of being about the spine. If you'd like, you could turn your head a little bit more to the left. And then you could try turning your head gently to the right. Still breathing. Let the head go, the arms go, let the rest of the body unwind back to face the top of your back to face forward. All right. You can lose the block if you like, or the pillow. All right, from here we're going to come into a wide stance. So you want to move your thigh bones wider on your seat. Okay, your feet are still on the floor. Okay, so that's a gentle stretch already, right? A lengthening through the inner thighs. We've shifted the position of the leg bones in the hip sockets. So you can stay here if you like. If you want more, we're going to lift the arms up and we're going to bend the left elbow. The right hand's going to take that left elbow. If your arms are not happy above your shoulders like that, instead hug your left arm across your body. From here, we're going to tip towards the right side. So you can let the body go toward the right, the right arm to the right leg. You get to choose this left arm. Maybe the hand is just at the shoulder. Maybe the arm is over your head, but the elbow is bent. Maybe the left arm is straightening. Okay, sort of the important piece of this is what's happening in the left side of your body. Lifting back up, letting the arms come down, and then we're going to switch sides. So either the arms come up and the right elbow bends and the left hand gets that right elbow, or you're hugging the right arm across. When you're ready, tip into your side bend. So we're tipping to the left. We're going to drop the left arm down to the left leg. You're going to make your choice again what to do with this right arm. Does the right hand want to go to the shoulder, or come up and over with the elbow bent, or come up and straighten? Okay, so feel into this right side of you, between the ribs and the pelvis, between each of the ribs. We're creating some more space. Shifting yourself back to vertical, so come on up and you can drop the arms. And then in this wide-legged stance, we're going to tip forward again. So hands or forearms to thighs. And just like before, if it's safe for your back and you know that and you want to round yourself further forward, you can. Just listen to your body. Work where your body is at today. It should feel good. Okay, take a slow breath. And let it go. And then gently shifting up. All right, from here, we're going to come up for a little bit to stand. We're still going to use the chair. Okay, so you can shift yourself up. Now you don't have to move your chair. I'm going to move my chair just so you can see. So you can have the chair beside you so that it can be a support for a bit of balance. Okay? And that way you get to choose. If you don't want to use the chair, then you don't have to use the chair. So start yourself in your mountain pose. Maybe one hand is on the chair. Okay, you're going to feel down into your feet. So again, those same contact points of your feet and the floor. Base of the big toe, bases of the little toes, centers of the heels. So we're not too far forward in our toes, and we're not too far backward in our heels. balance in your left foot. So you're going to let your right foot lift up off of the floor. So just see if you can let that knee come up, and you can choose how high up you're lifting that right leg, and you can choose how much support, how much you're using the chair, right? Whichever side of you the chair is on. Okay, lower the right foot back down and then let it lift again. So lifting that right leg up and lowering it down. So realize here that we're moving at our hip. Right thigh is lifting up, and then the right thigh is moving down. Okay, so from here, the right leg is going to go back behind us. Take the right leg back and then let it go. Turning so you can see. So the right leg is moving backwards. Leg is straight. Let the leg go. So again, it's your thigh bone moving in your hip socket. Move the leg back and let it go. All right, both feet back on the floor. You can feel right and left a little different. Balance in your right foot now. Lift your left leg up in front. Maybe the foot hovers. Maybe you're working on bringing the thigh bone up higher. Lower back down. And then lifting back up. Slowly down. And then slowly up. Let the leg come down. Next, it's going to come backwards. So we're still standing in the right leg. Take the left leg back behind you. And let go. So right knee, not locked, little soft. Left leg back. And let it go. And one more time. Left leg back. Let it go. Back to mountain pose. So both feet back on the floor. Now you're going to turn yourself so that you're facing the back of your chair. So we're going to use the back of the chair now. So step yourself back a little bit. You can play with this when you know what we're going to do. Okay, so hands are going to stay on the chair and we're going to fold over. So we're moving our pelvis on our leg bones. You might be sort of further from your chair and just have your hands resting on it, or you might be closer into it. If you want a little bit less of a tip, that would be more supportive to be closer to your chair. So the back of the body is long, right? The backs of the legs, knees not locked, so they're a little soft. Okay, come up. So your hands can stay on your chair, step your feet towards it. So take a step in and just lift your heart. So lengthen up tall. You can gently come back a little if it's comfortable for you. Okay, we're going to step back into that sort of half fold. So hands or arms on the chair and tip over. And sort of drop the heart. Stretch into the shoulders gently. And come on back up. Take a step in towards your chair. And you're either tall, feeling grounded through the feet, dropping the shoulders, or a gentle little back bend there. Just little. So the front of the body could be a little longer than the back. Okay, come back to neutral. We're going to come back and sit in the chair again. Okay, so you're a little forward on the seat. So we're not quite resting back yet. Feet are on the ground. Okay, thigh bones parallel to each other. Gently come forward. So gentle forward fold. So again, you can keep your back straight or it could round more if that's comfortable for you. And then we're going to come from here into a seated back bend. So you're going to lift up. Let your hands either come beside you or back behind you a little bit on the chair, or you can come to your hips and just open up the front of the body. Okay, come forward or come back to neutral for a moment. Take your legs wider, so then come back to that sort of wide-legged position. So you've moved your thigh bones further apart. Fold forward, hands or forearms on thighs or further down if you like. So tip. And then come on back up. So again, back to vertical or hands to underneath the chair seat or your hips. Open up the front of the body. Okay, come back to neutral. Okay, legs can come back in, so walk your feet in so they're back under your knees. All right, now you get to rest back into your chair. So we're going to do a seated relaxation here. If you would rather lay on the ground, then you could come down to the floor. And if you want to change chairs and come to your couch or a different place, then you can do that too. Okay, so you're making yourself comfortable, letting your body be supported. Resting your arms. So if you're seated in your chair, your arms can rest in your lap or on your legs. Okay, closing your eyes. Easy breath. For a moment, just feel into what is supporting you and how your body is resting into that support. Then let your awareness come up into your head. We're going to soften the crown of the head and the scalp, and the forehead. Relax your temples and your eyes. Soften your nose, your cheeks, your ears. Relax jaw and your mouth. You can soften your neck, so the back of your neck, sides of your neck, your throat. And just let your awareness come down into your shoulders and relax your shoulders. So that's sort of what we perceive on the outside of our shoulders and also inside our shoulders. Feel your arms resting and your hands resting. Relax your chest, the basket of your ribs, which track around the front of your body, the sides of your body, and they meet our spine, sort of at the upper back and the middle back. They protect heart and lungs. You can just feel into the upper part of the torso, into that basket of your ribs. Letting go of any tension through that space. Come down into the belly, let the belly soften. So that's the abdominals, it's the inner organs, the low back. If there's any extra effort there, can you let it go? And just becoming aware of the pelvis and how it's meeting the chair. the upper legs relax, and the knees, the lower legs, the ankles, and the feet. There's just this sort of lovely downward movement from the head all the way down the body, to the seat of the pelvis, all the way down to the feet, resting on the ground. And whatever you're sitting on here or lying on here counts as ground. So your chair counts as ground. So you get to rest into it, letting go of effort and tension. Whatever sort of energy we let go of into the ground, first of all, it becomes good compost, and it comes back to us as ground reaction force. We get that support back into our body. We let go into gravity, and then we receive support back. Notice where you're at. Check in with your body, how you are. If you're comfortable and you would like to stay how you are, then you're welcome to stay. When you are ready to move your body, you might start with fingers and thumbs and toes. And then you can just gently add a little bit more movement into your body. Okay, so however your body wants to move, whenever it wants to move. So you don't have to move yet if you're not ready to. Okay, thank you for joining this practice today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take really good care, everyone.